Hey guys, Lee Smith Mountain Man here. I'd like to show you guys my everyday carry survival knife. This is a knife I have with me all the time, no matter where I'm at or what I'm doing. I have this knife. It's the Essee Izula. Smaller knife, lightweight, easy to carry, 1095 steel, and I've paracord wrapped the handle. So of course it's a full tank knife, really strong, and it came with this case, and you could either make it a neck knife or it came with a belt clip. Now I use the belt clip because I don't really like a neck knife all that well. And but what I've added to it to make it more of a survival knife is put this clip on here so I could add things to it. And I've got my light my fire Swedish fire steel, which works very well, and this little ceramic rod. And I have put a piece of JB Weld putty on the back of it and molded it to it, sanded it down a little bit. That way I could put a hole in it and attach it to a key ring in order to add it to this clip. Because I mean, a survival knife is only good to you if you can keep it sharp. And so I always have a sharpener with it as well. Okay, so I want to show you guys how well this knife works when it's combined with this Swedish fire steel. And of course the sharpener to keep our knife sharp. But you can actually, I've used this knife to tone through wood and everything. I mean, you can see how small this knife is, but it is, don't let that fool you. It's a very good knife. Essee Izula. Okay, let's get a fire started. Okay, so it poured here yesterday, so everything's a little damp. But so we're going to look for is dead hanging stuff. Around here where I'm at, the best stuff you can find is this pine. It's got a pretty crisp rake to it. It's decently dry, so we need some matchstick size stuff like this. All that we can grab. My rule of thumb is when you think you've got enough, double it. Okay, now that we have our twigs and everything, we need to find us a dry spot here in these leaves. I've done peeled them back a little bit. It looks like the best spot to try to make our fires right here. Like I said, it rains, so soil's still a little damp. So what we're going to want to do now is get us some shavings, and we'll use our Izula to do that. Alright, so I went and found a pretty good stick that we can whittle and get shavings with. It's a little damp on the outside, but what we can do is cut all this damp off, and inside the middle of it will be much drier. Okay, all that damp bark off, and this is actually feels really dry in here. So excuse me. So what we're going to do now is we're going to whittle this down, and what we need to do is have something to catch our shavings in. So I'm going to use my hat. Whether you can use your hat or say if you have a bandana on or whatever, but you need something to catch your shavings. That way they just ain't flying all over the place when you're carving into your stick. Okay, so we got some pretty good shavings here. You see here, those will catch pretty easy. I'm going to set these to the side right here. That way we can still keep them really dry. But these will catch with the fire steel, but it's much harder in my opinion. So what I like to do is get some really small ones that are paper thin. So mosquitoes are really bad right now. I like to get some really small ones. They're just paper thin. This here. I like to have a pretty good pile of them. That way when I strike the fire still in it, it catches them pretty easily. Bigger ones in here. So that's what we'll work on right now, is getting some really small ones. If your knife's sharp enough, you can get real good control of it and go easy. Make some really fine shavings like that one there. Okay, now that we got us some shavings here, and then we got some ultra fine shavings here, paper thin. I found an old tree that had died and was leaning up against a log, so this right here is what we'll split with the Izula. And I found an old hickory tree that was dead as well, and I'll use this for my baton to knock it through the wood. Really need to find another piece to stop it from digging in the ground. Something like this right here. Maybe. Let's see. It's kind of punky wood, a little more dead than I thought it was. We'll still use it though. Now we got us some split wood here. Don't want to lose this. Set it there. Alright, now let's get us a fire started. So we want to find a dry spot we can here on the ground, so right here is pretty good. I found some harder wood than this punky stuff, because I wanted to show you guys this knife really can plow through some wood. Really need that broke off there. You can just absolutely beat the crap out of this little knife. There we go. Look at that. Gnarly knots. No problem for the Izula. I'm going to do one more here. We'll get our fire started. Okay, there we go. Now we got a decent pile of split wood here. Okay, it's time to put this Swedish fire steel to work. Get off my clip here. Out of the way. You want to try to focus your sparks in the same spot every time. A little bit better than that. It's wanting to go. Okay. Now right here, we got a fire going. You got to be really careful right here. You'll put it right out. Yeah. Got our sticks. Very carefully. Slowly add them. It's over here. That was our size. Twigs. Pencil twigs. Ooh. Alright, we got our fire going now. We want to go ahead and put our fire still back on our knife. Put our knife up. Back on our clip. Around. Got our split stuff here. More air there. Here. When you just have got a fire started, you're going to be really careful not to put it right out. By trying to put wood on it too quick and snuffing your fire out. So we're going to let that, get the shavings out of my hat. We're going to let that get started. And then we'll slowly add some more to it. Breathe. I always try to stack my twigs on in a teepee type fashion. That way the fire can get some good air. Okay guys, there you go. Got us a good fire started. Got some more split stuff here. We can, you know, if we were wet, cold, whatever, we could actually start warming up and stuff now. Now you see why this is my everyday carry. And this knife, even after batoning it through that hard wood and stuff like that, is still very, very sharp. Catch my thumbnail. Really good steel. Very good knife. And a really good fire steel. Alright guys, thanks for watching my video on the review of the Essee Izula knife. I think it's a very good knife and it performs well for the size of it. Lightweight, easy to carry, and when it's combined with the Light My Fire Swedish fire steel, you got a really good kit to have with you all the time. Get you a fire going good. Skeeter's away now, they're not bothering me. Excuse me, smoke. Alright, thanks for watching guys, and have a good day.